Hello and welcome to RimWorld in our continued Odyssey adventures. When we last left off, we had fled a couple of, troublesome situations, and it feels like, if I can find it again, truly Randy smiles upon us. Not one, but two lumps of plasteel. And to think, if we had full fuel at the time, I would have ended up bypassing it completely. So, yeah. Overall, things kind of worked out there, didn't they? And that makes me a happy man. Alright, so, continued wackiness with our general setup here. I'm terribly saddened by them not being happier with their rooms. But, one... I don't even think that, my god, also, it's horribly dirty. But I just can't see how I would, improve things much further. Bloody hell. As, yeah, because, the fancy floors only have 4 beauty, which is twice of a carpet. So it wouldn't really give us that much more to work with. It would be more, but not that much more. So, yeah. Anyway, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with, our ship. It also occurs to me I could move this down even more. I mean, not that that's terribly... I didn't hit build copy, did I? Please tell me I didn't do something that silly. But I might have. Now we have a mad ram. So, a little bit of... Chambers, attack! Please don't die. I mean, I don't think you'll die, but it is going to be a little, cute. Oh yeah, and you have a peg leg. So that's unfortunate. But, again, like with many things, life goes on. I'm also thinking... Actually, no, not that one. I think there was a closer deposit of components. And I want a lot of components because we are going to need to do a fair amount of construction still. I really don't like what I've done here, the more I look at it. It's just not quite right. But that's life. Also, Chambers, okay, he has in fact survived, and he's patching himself up, so jolly good. And you know what? Just in time to let Vince, our actual master miner, take over. And of course, Thompson is continuously angry. I haven't done enough to reform. Dang. Not enough reformation. I mean, we probably weren't going to stay long enough for these potatoes to grow. Also, I had intended for this to be rice. So, my god, that is some good music. That's some good stuff. I do wish, what is it? There's the, music player or something mod that lets you, see and also kind of, change the music at will. I kind of wish something like that was built in, to RimWorld so we could actually see the track name. That's some good stuff. And honestly, I feel like the music in this game, maybe it's just because, after a while, the base game music eventually just gets, routine in a way. But, yeah, my god. Thompson, why are you always so angry? Come on. I mean, and I guess it's double bad because he is a vampire. So he has a bad room and a bad death rest chamber, so he's mad about 2 things instead of just 1 thing. Very unfortunate for him. I'm kind of thinking... perhaps I tear this apart. Have some temporary power lines outside. Also, I guess I might as well connect everything up at this point. I mean, it would probably be safer to be running power on the inside, wouldn't it? On, like, the innermost walls instead of out here. But, yeah. We'll do a little of that. And also, just to test... Oh no, I can replace the walls. Had it in my head that was a mod thing, but evidently not. Also, I guess I can go ahead and deconstruct this stuff now. I mean, I guess I don't really have to because it's, like, in the floor, but call me old-fashioned, I guess. So, yeah. There is that. Also, I guess I should turn this off. Thompson doesn't need death rest just yet. And this is a better death rest chamber. It's dull now, so at least this should go away. You haven't had to rest in anything, dang you. Honestly, some people, it's just complain, complain, complain. They're never happy. What's this? You're mad that a family member died? Or no, that's not where it is. Oh, your brother. That's right. We never did really look into that too heavily, did we? All right, let's, I guess, go punch him. Oh God, Thompson, no, don't. Were you seriously just gonna stand there? There we go. All right. Yeah, go ahead and give him a little chomp. And how much of an emergency is it really? 3 hours, you've lost a lung, you've lost a leg. Do I just take the other leg? I'd save myself a lot of trouble. Oh, this happened a while ago. But I just don't feel good about it, turning him into a pork nugget. Like, that's just wrong, man. Just wrong indeed. He is also bleeding out a little bit, so that's probably also not good. Okay, there. We're all set, we're all safe. We just really need to sit here for a few days and, I guess, maybe harvest a few more trees as well if we can. Because, you know, we do need a fair amount of timber to keep the old refinery going. And in fact, we seem to be out. And with no backup to be seen. So, yeah, alright. I mean, we don't have much to do until we take off again, so let's also be smart about this instead of... Yeah, I don't need to, like, super optimize. We're never coming back to this tile. Mostly because for gameplay reasons we can't. And I think there's, like, some lore justification about, like, the grav engine creating wibbly-wobbliness. Which makes it seem very unsafe, but, I mean, come on. We all know it's for the gameplay reason of, like, so you don't just leave and then... If you have, like, a tile with, like, a bunch of plasteel or other rare and valuable resources, it's just a balancing thing. We can just be honest with ourselves and each other about that. Now we don't need fancy, justifications, probably. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I think I will... Maybe fast forward us to something exciting. as we still have a lot of work to do. Yeah, so, you know, we'll wait for something interesting to happen and see what goes on from there. Okay, so we actually have a couple of things we could do here. We could become friends of the pigmen, which actually doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Though I'm gonna maybe wait and see if we can get ourselves a ship engine, which it shouldn't be impossible. It just will be a little tricky. And also, Choi and Mac are going to get married, so huzzah! Blue Calais and all that. Which also, I mean, I guess... what the heck, they can get married wherever. I could put a marriage spot there, but, you know... they can have their wedding wherever the heck they feel like it. And that's okay by me. Also, I've put some vents in here, which also never, you know, classic quality of life mod type thing. There's a mod that makes it so that these vents kind of get treated as if they're like just a regular bit of wall, so that instead of getting this like funky bit here, it just kind of acts like that, so it all just sort of merges in, which is nice. I mean, you're a combat supplier, so I can't imagine that you're actually going to have an engine on you. But a man can dream. We also have some medicine. I'm going to go ahead and buy some, just because I can. Is there anything else we would like to buy at this time? The answer is not really. Well, the Doomsday Launcher might be useful. I mean, the Charge Lance also a good weapon. So, it would probably be smart to hold on to it. I have no idea where I got that from, but I'll get rid of it. And do I really need gold? The answer is probably not. Well, actually, no. I need it for advanced components, so we will hold on to it for the time being. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to ignore it when it's on the map, which I kind of have a tendency of doing. Can't believe we're still hauling berries at this point. It's pretty crazy. Which also... oh my god, and we have a bunch of plasteel just lying there that nobody is taking, probably because there's no space for it. It's the wild situation we've got here. Lots of twists and turns. I'm gonna go ahead and link these right now. And... alright, that's gonna take, you know, 1,000 years. But, you know, stuff will... oh, there we go. Jolly good. Alright, so now we actually have some space to start getting stuff... oh. Oh, wow. Well, maybe I have too much steel lying around. Like, I know I have my reasons, of course. But, I mean, for one, we're going to need a bunch of it once... well, actually, now that I've fixed things here, I guess I might as well... this is where things are going to get continuously more wacky. I mean, I could fit another... I feel weird about this now, though. Putting bedrooms in around the... around here in this fashion. As ultimately, I'm not really going to end up with much more space, am I, for storage and construction-y stuff. Though the flip side is, do I actually need another bedroom here? For symmetry, the answer is I probably should, which I guess means I should maybe get rid of this stuff here. But, what the heck. I mean, symmetry's overrated anyway, isn't it? So, yeah. Good enough. Then we'll just plunk down... not that. You, my good sir. Once, oh, I also have, like, just a random power conduit sitting out here for some reason. You know, lots of... if I can get to the power conduit. There we go. Yeah, there's really no reason to have that there at all, is there? A little of that, and then kind of get rid of these loose conduits that don't actually serve any practical purpose for anyone. Don't really get refunded anything. And now we have some wacky walls here, but such is life. And I can start moving yet more stuff out of... I'm really going to have to do something with all of this. It's oh my... Oh, no. Scared myself for a second and thought I was about to tear down the bedroom. But not yet. I would not count out the possibility of me accidentally doing something that's stupid, but not today, at least. So, there is that. Alright, good. Get a little, stockpile-y bit here. Maybe something... I'm gonna have to fiddle with this, because oh, and this. Oh, gaslight. You gotta change it. There's gotta be at least a little bit of room. Just a little bit of space to be able to walk around this, because, like, you can walk over it, but... Yes, that would be just awful. Just... there. And for you... I mean, I can do that for now. Still extremely crowded in here, but slightly less bad than it was previously. I had a good design at some point, but it's all gone now. Alas. Anyway, don't worry about these things. It's a messy, awful, terrible place. But I don't even know where I'm gonna put you. I don't even know where I could put you so that it would, like, make logical sense. Because there really isn't a spot to put you, is there? I mean, if I move this, I could move this down, which still creates a problem. And if I move the drug lab in here, it's immediately going to turn this into a workshop, I think. Or maybe not. But do I want to risk it? I'll put you there. It's hideous, but it's mine, so that does count for something. And I'll just slide you in there. Just a labyrinthine maze to try and get around to anything. And I mean, technically speaking, no one can actually get to this at all. We'll pretend it's on some kind of conveyor system. Oh, okay, and I was just waiting for Thompson to wake up before we moved on. So, overall, I actually want to make you a component stockpile, just so I can keep an eye on what our component levels actually are. And, I mean, another easy way to do that is have a look at you. I'd like to have, ideally, 50 at all times. That's 2 full stacks, I believe. I'm also going to turn you off for the moment. We do want some more stuff. We'll probably need to start making our own Gravlite tiles, which requires Vaxstone and Plasteel, which means we need to be able to go into space, which means that's just not happening yet. Before we leave, I guess that means let's try and mine out the components here. Do I really want to wait that long? I mean, I have cut back into the episode. Here we are. We're doing stuff. Not super exciting just yet after all, but it is here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll just hang out here until the end of the episode where we actually go to where we want to go and have something exciting happen. Which, is it the ancient reactor that we're going to? Yes. Alright, so I believe the big thing with the ancient reactor is that Well, for one, it's in Scarlands. I wonder if it has to spawn in Scarlands. I feel like every ancient reactor I've ever got has always been on a Scarlands. And also, if we flip back to an earlier episode at some point, was this always here? I'm going to guess the answer is yes. Because there's just random Scarlands everywhere. Oh my goodness. This was a big urban area. What was this, apparently? A lot of, oddly enough, urban areas around the more southern latitudes, which feels a little weird to me personally, but, you know, such is life. And just as a quick little peek. Alright, so we actually almost have 50 components. Not terrible. I don't think I'm going to... No, you know what? I'm not going to force it. Which also reminds me, we're out of food, because I kind of stopped cooking. I might actually, in order to get through the winter, I might need to reduce us to simple meals. But, you know, we'll kind of see how we're feeling about that. God damn it, Choi. No, it's Mac who's our chef. Alright, I guess I kind of brought that on myself, didn't I? Oh well, and it's also frigidly cold out. Actually, without even a cold snap, that's a little disconcerting. It's very cold. I also moved the power up here. So, you know, that's a thing. Nice stockpiles, which is good. So, you know what? Daylight is coming. Let's get the heck out of here. We can sort of start doing a little bit with this ancient reactor. And maybe if we're lucky at some point, I believe the Royal Crash Shuttle quest, the Sanguiphage... Actually, I feel like, am I crazy? Did we get a chance to do a Sanguiphage quest where a Sanguiphage ship would have crashed and then I just kind of forgot to actually accept it? Maybe that was something I did off camera. Somewhere else. I don't know. You know, I feel some days like I am losing my mind. Also, any more plasteel? We can always use more plasteel. And just regular steel, for that matter. But, let's see here. Where is the reactor? I mean, surely it's not you. I did land on the right... Oh, here it is. Alright. Just trying to see if there's anything of particular interest. There's sometimes stuff in these buildings, but not always. And I don't know if it makes good TV to, you know, we kind of manually run it. Oh my goodness, there's really not too many great landing zones, are there? Can't be placed on deep water. Alright, I guess I kind of... I mean, I could land here, but I want to land close to where the action's going to be. As one does. Because, you know, it just seems sensible. We could do some fishing. Alright. A little bit of grav nausea, that's okay. A little grav nausea never hurt anyone. Except for, you know, all the people that were hurt by grav nausea. Okay. You know what, we'll do a quick run around with, maybe Mac. Just kind of take a peek in some of these places. See if there's any openable containers or anything of that nature. It also occurs to me, you figure these vac suits would protect us from toxic fallout? My guess would be the answer is yes. And look at that, ancient refrigerator. It'd be kind of neat if the refrigerator mod was made vanilla. There is no reason for me to ever go into this room, so I will not. Just don't wake the Scorcher. What I really need is to get a stun or berserk pulse or vertigo, psychic vertigo. Those are all really, really handy psi casts that are also good at taking on mechanoids. This is, so far, not seeing anything. Can be a bit of a crapshoot, like I said, with whether or not you'll end up getting anything cool on these Scarlands places. I mean, sometimes they're right out there in the open. You know, like there'll be a steel scrap box or, you know, something interesting. Unless that's something that one of the vanilla quest site rewards rebalance type mods adds, which I guess is possible. Wait, no. Thought I saw something, but it was nothing. I also probably shouldn't linger too long. What is this? John's shame, eh? I mean, I don't really want another mouth to feed, especially a 46-year-old man. But, I mean, I guess it would be the human thing to do. But, you know, I feel like I'm wasting my time doing this. Which means that there's probably, in like the one room I don't end up searching, there's going to actually be a container with something of some value to us. But I just can't be bothered right now. Alright, we'll send... Actually, you know, I'll just let everyone do their thing and I'll just kind of... We'll let it get auto-hacked. No, you know what? Let's not do that. We'll have Chambers get on top of that right away. I do flip-flop a lot. What's Troy doing? You are also doing some science, which is always good to see. We do want our people sciencing whenever possible. I'll Troy just poke his head in there. And Chambers has taken care of this place and now that place. Alright. I mean, it's not necessarily super useful to have all the doors open, but it's definitely not a waste of time. As, you know, the more... Well, it might be a waste of time, but the more high-level intellects we have, the less likely we will end up having shuttle crash it. Oh, God. Damn, that thing triggered almost before I had a chance to... Oh, thank God. You know what, Troy? I will trust you with killing this thing. It's not terribly accurate. And you know what? We'll mark these to be open. These are definitely Gravlight panels. Just, like, I can tell just from the cluster, those are Gravlight panels. Jolly good. Alright. And, again, more stuff for us to hack. Let's go ahead and open these now. Thompson, why are you awake? It's only 1400 hours. See, what did I tell you? Which, the plus side is, we can now make a... in fact, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice making a bigger ship for a while to get 2 of these things, because each of them produces, I think it's, what is it? It's 2,000 power. Or what? No, 12,000. Well, not 12,000. 1,200. Sorry. Yeah. So, it gives us something. Okay, and you're going to open that and then maybe start hauling some of this back so we can immediately get started. I mean, not bad. And, we can go ahead and continue our dream of having a slightly bigger ship. Which is good. Alright, so progress is happening down there. How long do I really want this to be? And I suppose the answer to that depends on what it is exactly I am doing down here. I think I am going to increase... Alright, now stay with me here. I'm going to make the ship just a little bit chunkier. I think we have enough Gravlight to pull this off. The answer is yes. And we'll probably have a few extra bits and bobs going forward as well. What do I need? An orbital scanner is also quite tempting. I don't think I can move it once I place it. So I'm not too much or in too much of a rush to build that. We need a grav core. We actually need a lot of advanced components as well, and we haven't seen too many of those. Though you can occasionally get lucky and have those pop up in crates. It also occurs to me I should probably keep an eyeball on what's going on over here, because as people haul stuff and, you know, start... Did I actually not remember to start my timer again after unpausing? That could lead to some problems. Anyway, there could be drones who end up wandering into the hallway, and that would be bad. Or we could end up having pawns stupidly wander into, you know, one of these rooms, which would also be quite bad. Alright, good. So now we are getting places. And that makes me a very happy man. Thompson, forget about that and instead deliver to the shelf. Because we are going to get every grav core here. And once we do that, we probably won't need this anymore. So I should hold on to it for now. In fact, we're actually at a surplus. So I think I'll use that surplus to start producing more fuel, because we do want to, you know, make sure we're staying on top of things. And once we're done here, our next stop is going to be space, I reckon. So I guess the only thing left to do is to clear this place out and destroy the Tox Core. Alright, you know what, let's start doing that now. And I guess we'll pick up the next episode with handling this business, and then we'll kind of, you know, see where we end up going from there. And I should try to remember to keep an eyeball open for if we get any orbital traders, they might have one of those ship engines that I want so much. It's weird. I feel like by now I would normally have one. But evidently, when I am on camera and trying to do things, it just never happens. But, you know, that's life. So, you know, deal with it, I guess. And speaking of dealing with things, that's going to do it for this episode. So, oh god. You were just peeking your little... You dick. Anyway, you know what, I'm going to go hide in the doorway over here and force him to come to me as he shoots me twice. This is going to take a while. So anyway, yes, until the next time, thank you all for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you next time.